Hey guys. Okay, so more this is an update on dude that tried to kill me. Believe it or not, I damn near died, guys. I damn near died. Can't even believe it. You know, you think this shit can't happen, and it does. Freaks you out. So anyway, went to bed in the afternoon. Christ came, the one I was with. He came to me and said that he said the guy, they have him in custody, and that in their investigation of where they got him in the school there, they found another weapon he created, which was more powerful. He said, you wouldn't believe it. You can't believe this. He goes, they never seen anything like it, and they found another weapon he had that he was making. And they're all happy about that. Then, as he was telling me that, they moved me and they strapped me down. They sent me to another crate and they sent me down. They strapped me down and everything. And then that was about it for my afternoon nap when I got from Christ. Then he asked me a couple more questions, but it was nothing really big. I went the rest of the day. I went shopping, got some food. You ever go to a grocery store with your mom when your head's just been fried? I don't believe it. Unbelievable. That's a whole nother story. I mean, I'm walking through the aisles and people are ghosts, energies are yelling at me. I can hear other people's thoughts, freaking me right out. And I immediately brought Christ in, to kick it out. So this is what happens when for me anyway, when my skins get blown apart or loosened up. I hear fucking voices all over. And I can't talk to them. So I just get Christ, bring in Christ, and he clears it all up best he can. So I got home, went to bed. Christ told me that they found another weapon. That night, after the hockey game, we lost, and we should have won. I went to bed around 11. Immediately, as soon as I laid down, I let Christ in. He said, they're moving me. Then another Christ came. So they're moving me up to the 8th tier now. And another Christ came, and that Christ, before the other Christ came, they were there the whole time, but this Christ moves me up and down and everywhere. The one I'm with, and he's moved me up to the 8th tier. But before that happened, he said that Christ said, what the fuck did he say? I just forgot it. Yeah, he said we're moving you up to the 8th tier because you can't be here because they think there's other people around, so we're moving you up to the 8th tier. Then another Christ came, and he was like an investigator guy, and he goes, Rich, we need to know exactly every detail of your experience in the dream, of what you know. And I'm like, okay. So now there's two of me he's talking to. There's the ego, and there's this inner kid. The ego's not supposed to talk, but it's okay with Christ, but it's still not good. So I'm just listening, and so my spirit starts telling him what happened, and he's telling what happened to me, what I experienced in the dream, and he's telling Christ his experience in the dream. So Christ is getting two experiences, one from ego perception, one from spirit perception, and Christ is getting both the details of my interaction with this guy before he shot me. And so basically, and that's the way it is. When you dream, when you go to bed at night, your ego, your soul goes wherever. Say you're in Japan, okay? You're dreaming of Japan. Your soul is actually in Japan doing something, playing around, and you're dreaming it, and it's like a play. but it's different from it's not exactly different, but it's a little different from what's going on. And what the soul is doing, and if you're in Christ consciousness, it's different. But if the soul is out in Japan and you're playing with a bunch of kids in a market, you're dreaming of looking at a pretty girl in a market in Japan. You get it? It's a little different, but it's the same thing. And that is how it works. Now, if you want to know what's going on with the soul in the moment, you got to bring the soul to your head. Okay? The more you do that, the more you'll see from your soul. This is the way it is in waking reality, and when you're daydreaming, you're on the internet, and all of a sudden you stop, you're drinking your coffee, and you start daydreaming. Your soul is going there to whatever you're daydreaming about. Your brain is interpreting what your soul is doing in the daydream. So it's a constructed thing. I don't know all the words for it, but anyway, when you're daydreaming, your soul's, say you're daydreaming of having sex with a girl in Japan. You're daydreaming of her, you're dreaming of having sex. Your soul's hooking up and talking to her in Japan. Okay? You get it? That's what it's like. So when I went to bed and I'm dreaming about this guy killing me, I'm seeing one thing. My soul is actually experiencing another thing. That's why Christ is talking to me now about what Rich saw and Richard saw. Okay? Ego and spirit. It's two interpretations. So, my inner light, Christ takes it from my inner voice, my innocence, because that's truth in spirit. He talks the truth, period. That's all there is to it. No secrets. So I'm going up. As I'm going up, the other Christ says, he explains to me, he goes, this guy, he ain't talking. He ain't giving up his secrets. He ain't telling us nothing. And we know that there's more people involved in what he's doing. And we just wanted to know, was there anyone else in the dream? And I said, well, there was like 4 or 5 kids. I was playing with them, and we were playing with the weapon. We didn't know it was a weapon. We were just like, what's this thing, right? And tied from wall to wall. But I sensed when the guy grabbed the weapon and started playing around, pointing it at me, I sensed there was other people, and one more person behind him, behind the wall, but I couldn't see. Rich couldn't see behind the wall, and my innocence said, yeah, I sensed another person with him, but I couldn't see. I didn't see him. And he goes, thanks, we needed to know that there's more people help working with him. And he goes, and he said, and basically he just broke down everything I sensed that I didn't see. The ETs, he goes, what exactly did you sense? Christ said, specifically, were there more people? And I said, well, I sensed, as soon as the guy came in the room and he started yelling at us kids, I was sitting there, I was observing and sensed, and I hooked up to him, and I sensed that he works for the Department of Defense. It was oozing off him, and I interpreted Department of Defense. He worked, and he died, and he kept on creating these things. And then all of a sudden I felt extraterrestrials. This is reverse engineered extraterrestrial technology that he got, and I felt it was long time ago, in his reality, in his body, that he got to work on extraterrestrial information, extraterrestrial stuff, parts, to create a new weapon when he was working with the DOD. Then he died, and he kept on working with it, kept on building in the spirit world. And also the song. He goes, Rich has this damn song in his head and he can't get rid of it. And so you gotta listen to the lyrics. So I told him the name of the song, but it was the wrong song, and I corrected it, and I gave you guys the real song. I just found out, I woke up this morning after that. I woke up this morning and I was singing the song again, the same song, and it wasn't the one I posted, so I'm reposting it on both videos to correct that. So in the last video I say it was one song, but it wasn't that song, it was a different one. Anyway, check out the lyrics, it'll blow your mind. Christ is taking me up, he's asking me all these questions, super detailed questions, like, What did you sense? What did you do? What? And basically, I told him everything I know from my ego, dream perspective, and what my innocence experience. And he goes, what? He goes, when it hit you, what was it like? And I said it was like a power line, like touching a power line. And immediately when I woke up, when it was happening, and I started to wake up, and I was flipping around, and I'm waking up, and my soul was. He goes, immediately my spirit goes. Rich thought he was projecting into and touched a power line in the floor or something, because you know how they have power lines and from apartment to apartment, electricity power lines. You know, the from the fucking outlet to your light bulb, there's a power line. Well, you astral travel and you touch it with your skins, spirit skins. That's what happens. But this was like 10 times worse than that. Like you stick your tongue in a power outlet right now and watch what happens to your head. Now you're dreaming and you touch that in spirit. It's just like 10 times worse. But the fucking laser that hit me was 10 times worse than any of that. And it damn near killed me. And if it was over here on my heart, I would have been dead. Period. Like, it would have fucking killed me. That's what it's there. So this guy, he created a weapon so he can go around, kill people in the body. Kill people in the body. You're sleeping that night, he walks up and goes with his fucking laser. You fucking gyrate and leave your body. That's basically what he created. The one I found was nothing compared to the one Christ found. And Christ told me we found another weapon he was working on was 10 times as worse than the one he had. How many people die in the night? For no fucking reason. Kids, adults. Alright? You get where I'm going? So Christ is asking me all this, telling me all this. And he's taking me up to the 8th tier. And the reason he goes, we got to take you up to the 8th tier is because there's more people he was working with that are more than likely after you right now. We got to protect you. So you're going up. We're taking you out of the lower astral where they were, like low, like the lowest, like lower astral. And we're taking you up. And I go, was he living Christ consciousness, this guy? And you go, Christ goes, no, he lives in zero. And so Christ had to go into zero space and pick him, find him. And Christ was in me when I took him to the guy. Once you feel, you're dreaming and you dream of a guy and you feel the guy, you always have that knowledge. You bring in Christ, you take Christ to the guy, there he is. I will myself to the guy. Whoop! You're standing next to the spirit. You will yourself to your mom. You meditate, will yourself to your dead mom, your grandma, anybody that's dead. You can't perceive them, but your heart can, and you're there. You're standing right next to them. Exactly, that's how it is. And that's what I did to catch the guy. Chris goes, take me to the guy. Here you go. That's that. It's that fucking simple. I took him to the weapon. The weapon was still hanging. Here's the weapon, Grace. So there you go. And then Christ took it from there. And Christ knows 10 times as much and can navigate this shit like you can't fucking believe. He knows it inside and out and 10 times. And there's 100,000 Christs. Forget about it. This guy's done. And all his buddies. And all the information. Anyway, he goes on to say, as he's taking me up, this guy ain't talking. I need to know everything. He goes, he's holding his secrets. He's not telling us his secrets. And Christ can't do anything about it. You're allowed to hold your secrets, but you ain't staying in Christ's consciousness, and you're not going to be with Christ. You're going back to zero. But Christ has got him in a holding cell until he gets all the information. So Christ is asking me all this fucking questions like a cop. Not bad like a cop, but he's asking me questions. What did you experience? I need to know every damn thing you experienced so we can find out his buddies. And I said, okay. So I told him everything from an ego dream perspective and from a spirit perspective. The experience with my spirit, I didn't hear all of it. He sticks me up in the 8th tier, and I get an old Christ from 4 weeks ago, last month. This Christ, it's not old Christ, but he's a Christ I worked with last month. And this Christ is just, he's not mean, but he's really, get shit done. So he was healing me up in the 8th tier. This Christ, he says, you're learning a lesson tonight about fear and hate and fear and hate. And I'm like, oh, here we go. So I fall asleep. Immediately, I'm in a fucking war zone between the Hatfields and McCoys. It's like the Hatfields and McCoys fight, the Black Donnellys, neighbors killing each other, 2 different families, side by side, killing each other. So I spent 2 hours in this damn dream where these 2 families are killing each other. And I'm trying to stay alive, and they're shooting each other and killing each other. Little kids, daughters, both families wiped out, shot in the face, killed, axed, chopped up, dead. And this is my lesson. This is the lesson dream Christ gave me. And I go, why are you giving me this? I already been through this. I know this. And I go, haven't you noticed that I didn't attack anyone? Out of both families that were shooting at me, I didn't do anything. I just ran and avoided. And he goes, yeah. And I go, well, that's because I know not to do that. So I didn't. I go, give me an M16, and I don't have a lesson to learn. I'll fucking kill them all as best I can, right? Come on. And he goes, I know, but you needed it. You needed it again. I'm like, all right, whatever. So he gave me the dream, and I go, why do I have this dream? Why am I up here? And he goes, because you can't go down there because they're doing an investigation, and as soon as you go to sleep, you're thinking about what happened to you last night, and you automatically go to that guy. We can't have you going to that guy, so that's why we brought you up to the 8th tier, strapped you down and binded you, and we're giving you this dream so you don't think about the fucking guy, so you won't go hook up to them guys anymore that are trying to kill you. And I'm like, holy shit. So that's why he gave me this hate dream, and plus I needed it, I guess, because I'm usually angry and swearing. Fuck. Anyway. So then I wake up and I go back to bed from that. I don't know what else happened. I woke up, I'm still up there. I'm still up there now, I think. And I don't know I have anything else to update you about, but that's my update, if you get it. So what I'm trying to do is explain dreams, how you dream, but your soul's actually there doing something else. And all these Christs are running around taking care of me, questioning me, wanting the details. Basically, yeah. And this guy who had reversed or ET technology from a fucking crashed Roswell UFO. He worked for the Department of Defense. He was making new weapons from this ET technology, creating new weapons. Just like you hear. And then he died while he was doing that. Now he's creating these weapons in the spirit world. And not God, but Christ tells me, when I asked, well, how do I know? How do I know this? How do I know to go there in my dream to find these guys? And he goes, God sends you there so you can bust them. And he goes, that happens with other people too. You're just another person that God works with, and God sends you down there to bust this guy's ass because God needs people to do things. And this is what he's doing. And he goes, but you almost damn near died doing it. And I'm, oh yeah, that was pretty close. Anyway, that's how you earn your brownie points, boys. And in reality here, so when God tells you to do something, you do it. You don't even know you're doing it, you just do it. And you're God stuff. And this isn't a dream, right? You go down, you're feeling good, you won the hockey game, everything's good, you lay down, go to sleep, next thing you know, you're playing with kids in a school in a dream, and you pick up this little gizmo, some guy comes running up to you, give me that, and fucking shoots you and almost kills you. Literally, almost kills you in your body. This guy, with his weapon, could go around and kill people sleeping. That's how powerful this fucking thing was. And he damn near did it to me. I don't know if he actually did it. This is only the day after, the first day after. And oh yeah, also when Christ was taking me up to the 8th tier, he told me, he goes, we can't tell you. He goes, I know you're curious, you want to know things, but there's some stuff we can't tell you. There's a lot we can't tell you. He goes, there's a lot we can't tell you, and if we tell you your curiosity, you're gonna go in and you're gonna automatically. He goes, this is the part where you have to fucking not be curious, forget about it, let Christ take care of it. And he goes, we can tell you some stuff. Like we told you, he had another weapon that was already built. And it was worse than the one you found. And he goes, this is stuff, some stuff we can tell you, a lot of stuff we can't, because it'll get you killed because of your curiosity. And okay, so he told me that. So there's a lot. And I go, if I learn anything else, I'll tell you guys. But basically, I need too much more I'm going to learn. Unless God sends me there in a dream. There ain't much Christ can do about it. Christ is there, to help out and do all that under God. With God. But there's a billion people out there and a billion bad things. Shit going on. And I don't know all the answers, guys. I'm just telling you what I experienced. So that's pretty much it. Unbelievable, like it's fucking unbelievable. I can't even believe it. And they're trying to take my interest off it, but I can't. And the song, I woke up this morning and I'm singing the song again. I realized it was the wrong damn song. So I started recording the song. As soon as I woke up, I was singing it. I grabbed the camera and I started singing the song so I could go find it on the internet. Turns out, yesterday, it was the wrong song. The song's called National Acrobat by Black Sabbath, not Into the Void. I thought it was Into the Void, but it wasn't. It was National Acrobat. So I told Christ the lyrics, and I didn't know the lyrics. I only heard the song about 4 times in my life. All right, I don't know the fucking lyrics, but here I am. I'm singing. I wasn't singing the words. I was singing the melody with the guitar. Right at the beginning of the song, there's a little melody in the guitar. That was playing in my head. That was the only thing I knew of the song. But when I hooked up to the guy, I was singing it. I was singing his field. As soon as I saw the guy, I woke up singing it, and the song represented the guy. And I know for a fucking fact, I don't know for a fact, I can't tell you, if this was reality, I can't fucking convict the guy in a court of law. But I own it, I know it, that guy listened and knows this song, and that's why I was singing it. And so I knew that when I was there looking at him, and I felt the DOD and the extraterrestrial and his scientistness. I'm feeling him. I felt that, and I woke up singing the song about him, representing him. So I'm like, holy shit, and I knew it, but I just damn near died. So I never really had time till about an hour later, and I remembered the fucking song. I went back and I went and looked as fast as I could. I found the wrong song, but I found it again this morning, and because I was singing it again, Spirit was telling me, that's the wrong song, fool. You found the wrong song. This is the fucking song that represents him. I had found it. That guy, I found out the date the song was recorded and released. It was 1978. I'm pretty sure. 74 to 78. I think it was 78. And exactly like I told Christ, this guy was dressed like the 1970s. And he worked for the DOD. He's a scientist with weapons, experimental weapons, fucking manufacturer guy, builder, whatever they're called. This guy was alive on the earth, and he liked this song. He liked this song when it was released. He realized they're talking about me. Turns out he's a fucking megalomaniac, right? Thinks he's fucking awesome. He's a scientist, right? Now, when this is done, the video, read the lyrics to the song, all right, with the music and without, and think of the guy. working in the lab in 1978, 79. And he's working on his fucking stuff, his weapons, for the DOD. And he's in a lab working on these weapons. He's got earphones in, and he's fucking singing it. He goes home, he's listening to Black Sabbath. He loves this song. The lyrics, he thinks, are about himself. That is what I felt, and that's what my soul was telling me with the song melody I kept hearing, because I can relate from the song, because I like Black Sabbath. He is singing Black Sabbath, so we have that in common. But he's a bad guy, megalomaniac, where I just enjoy the music. I don't fucking own it, right? You can listen to the evilest shit like fucking Slayer in the world. Slayer's not all evil. And neither is this song. It's just explaining. It's a fucking history lesson in the song or something like that. But you can listen to it. Doesn't mean you gotta own it. You can enjoy it and have tingles with God. Doesn't mean you gotta own it. Once you own it and you interpret it as you're a fucking megalomaniac and they're talking about you, that's when the evil kicks in. Satan in your head fucking owns your ass. Turns out, anyway, that's the whole thing. But this guy was listening to the fucking National Acrobat song when he was alive. I know it. I can't prove it to you, but I know it. And that's why I was singing it. Unbelievable stuff, man. Check out the lyrics. It's gonna blow your mind. I'll put them in the description with everything else. Alright, guys. I gotta go. Bathroom. So talk to you later. That's this little update of this guy that tried to kill me and some other stuff that Christ is. I'm just putting this out there, giving you examples of what happens in dream space, how Christ intervenes, captures the bad guys, takes them, does the thing on them. I see there's two spirits here right now looking at me. And I'm just explaining what happens. This is what happens to me. I'm not part of all this. I am. God sends me there to catch these guys. Christ takes the rest of it. But it's an experience I had. I'm just sharing it with you. In case you want to know, I'm not making any of this shit up. When you die, ask Christ, what about Richard? Is all that true? Come talk to me. Come talk to Christ. Live my experience. Well, if I can show you, I'll show you. You don't even have to. You show me shit. Okay.